A small farm could be designed around a six-figure style income target, not from one crop, but from 3 production systems working on the same land. But how can one piece of land produce fish, vegetables, and fruit at the same time? The answer starts with one very different farm layout. Instead of using the whole field as one flat surface, we're going to divide it into raised growing beds and water channels, creating 2 productive zones. The lower channels will hold water for fish farming, while the raised beds will stay above the water and become our main vegetable and coconut growing areas. First, carefully shape the entire farm into alternating beds and channels. Keep the channels connected so water can be managed, drained, and refilled when necessary. The exact size depends on your land, soil, rainfall, water supply, and equipment. Don't copy measurements blindly. Design the system for your own farm. Once the channels are ready, prepare the water properly. Check water quality and choose a fish species that matches your local climate and water conditions. Then stock healthy fingerlings and manage the water, feeding, oxygen, and fish health carefully. The channel is no longer wasted space. It's now a production zone. Now move to the raised beds. Prepare fertile soil with good drainage, because the goal is to keep the plants moist without keeping their roots permanently underwater. Next comes the long-term crop, coconut trees. Choose a productive variety that is suitable for your climate, soil, and local growing conditions. Plant the coconut trees at proper spacing. Don't plant them too close, because every tree will eventually need room for its roots, branches, and sunlight. And now comes the part that makes this layout so powerful. The space between the young coconut trees is still available for other crops. So instead of leaving those spaces empty, turn each section of the bed into a different vegetable growing area. One bed can be planted with cabbage, creating a compact vegetable section that can produce while the coconut trees are still young. The next bed can be used for tomatoes, giving you another crop with a different harvest period and completely different product for the market. Another bed can grow eggplants, while nearby sections can be used for coriander, spinach, or other vegetables suited to your climate. Now the raised land is doing something special. Instead of one huge monocrop, you're creating multiple vegetable zones inside the same small farm. And don't plant everything on the same day. Stagger your planting so different crops reach harvest at different times, and your income isn't limited to one harvest window. But we're still not finished. Look at the water channels again. There's valuable space above the water that hasn't been used yet. Build a strong trellis across the channel using suitable poles, wire, or netting. This creates a completely new growing space without taking away the water below. Now plant cucumber near the edge of the raised bed and guide the young vines toward the trellis above the water. As the cucumber vines grow, train them upward instead of allowing them to spread across the ground. The vines climb while the fish continue growing underneath. This is the clever part. The same area is now producing at different levels, fish below, vegetables on the beds, and climbing cucumbers above the channel. Systems like raised beds, surrounded by canals and trellised cucumber production have been tested in integrated fish-vegetable farming systems. But integration doesn't mean throwing everything together. Keep fish health, crop nutrition, pest control, and water quality under careful management. Use fertilizers and crop protection products carefully around the fish. Anything entering the water can affect the aquatic system, so management must be coordinated. Now look at the finished layout. Fish in the channels, vegetables on the beds, coconut trees rising above, and cucumbers climbing over the water. And because different crops have different harvest periods, this system can create several opportunities to produce and sell throughout the year. The fish can provide one revenue stream. Vegetables can provide repeated seasonal harvests. And coconut becomes the long-term fruit-producing layer. But here's the real business secret. Calculate your income after costs. Feed, seeds, fertilizer, labor, irrigation, equipment, disease control, and transport all matter. So start small, record every cost and every harvest. Learn what performs best in your location, and then expand the parts that actually make money. One farm, fish below, vegetables on the beds, cucumbers above, and coconut for the future. Don't just use your land. Design it to produce more. Follow Meherpur Agro.